Hey guys, it is Whitney and Violet and we are here with a really fun video today. I'm going to teach you how to make blender juice, and we are also going to see the difference between a juicer juice and a blender juice, see what tastes better, see what gets a better yield, see what's faster, show you the differences in pulp, all that kind of fun stuff. So I am home alone and attempting to do this with 6 animals and a toddler, but bear with me because it's going to be lots of fun. So I'm going to take you from start to finish. I have all my washed produce here. What I'm going to do is make them separately, and I have the exact same amount of everything. So we have greens, we have lemons, celery, 2 apples for each juice, and a cucumber each. So I'm hoping that I will yield about a liter with each juice. So what I'm going to do is I have to finely chop things for the blender juice, and I'm going to time myself with my phone just to see which one is faster because I don't have anyone to work with to do it at the same time. Okay, so I'm going to start my blender juice, start to finish, chopping everything, and see how long it takes us. Here we go. So we're going to do a cucumber. Okay, and then next we'll do apples. That one doesn't go in, that one goes to butter. We'll feed that to butter later. Thank you. Okay, and then can you put all these in the blender, please? We're gonna do 1 whole lemon with, and I'm gonna peel it. Thank you for being such a good helper. Yeah, you're a really good helper. Are you gonna snack too? Sure. Okay, I'm gonna use my hands and put all this in here. And then we're gonna add some greens, and this one will be done. We're about 2 minutes in, so that's pretty good prep time. Where's my greens? Okay, so we'll do 1 collard, which I will cut up. There we go. Stems and all. We'll do about 15 sprigs of parsley. And 1, 2, 3, 4 leaves of kale. Also chopped. Okay, we gotta stuff all that into our blender. Alright, now we strain. Okay, so the downfalls of blender juice are that it is more oxidized because it's getting exposed to oxidation while you're blending it, and that's one of the main downfalls. I can't really think of much else. If you think of anything, let me know in the comments. So it turns into a thick smoothie. Don't really recommend eating it on its own without straining it because just the green juice ingredients aren't that tasty. If you're a real trooper, then you might like it, but Mom? It's not bad. Do you like it? It's definitely, yuck. It's definitely better as juice, but if I were needing extra fiber in my diet, I would leave it as is, but I get a lot of fiber. We all get a lot of fiber in our diets with the Fun 4. Okay. So we are 7 minutes in so far. This is with a couple hiccups the help of a toddler. Hey Rue, that's okay, we'll be out in a minute. Thank you, V.
Oh yeah.
Oh no, it's on your hands. That's okay, it's good for your skin. I'm not quite at a liter, I'm at about 700 milliliters only. So we're gonna see what the juicer is gonna do. All right, so I'm just gonna set this aside for right now, okay, Violet? Thank you. And I'm gonna move you back here so you can help me make the juicer juice. So cleanup wise, with the blender juice, you're just gonna be cleaning the strainer bag, which is a nut milk bag that I have here, and the blender, which is pretty easy. Okay, so that's done. Okay, you ready to help make juice? Yeah? So, did I start the timer? So with this style of juicer, you have to do a lot of chopping just like you would adding the produce to the blender, so you don't save much time in that front with either of them. There is different styles of slow juicers where you can add bigger produce, but we just use this one. I got it in 2012. I've used it every single day and have had no issues with that. So we have about exactly 700 milliliters from our blender juice. Which fills this container perfectly. Okay, we're gonna compare our pulp. So this was the blender pulp. This is the juicer pulp. So there's more juicer pulp than, not. And then I also strain juicer juice. Excuse me. So that's another step. So definitely less steps with the blender juice. So a little bit less steps with the and we have a little bit of pulp come out of this one. And yield 750. So just a tiny bit more. Okay, so we have blender juice and juicer juice. This one to me seems more like alive. So we're going to taste them now. How long did this one take? Here you go. You're welcome. So 9 minutes, same difference. So V's gonna have a sample. Was this sour? That's the blender juice. This is the juicer. Yummy. Let me try this one. The blender juice is a little more watery. And the juicer juice is a little more like viscous. Creamy, if I were to describe it. Creamy without cream. Yeah. So I personally prefer juicer juice. I don't know if it's just a mental thing or what, but I just find that it works better for me. But the blender juice is definitely easier. There's a lot less pulp. It's pretty dry. It's really easy and quick to do. So I think actually after this experiment, I might start doing blender juices more often. So here's my juicer pulp. They both fit in both hands. My pig eats most of my pulp. Usually I leave the lemons out and then feed it to the pig. Wow, it's fun to play in. Violet likes to play with it. But Yeah, so that is our experiment for the day. Thank you for watching and playing along with us. If you've never tried making juice in your high-speed blender, so a Vitamix, a Blendtec, KitchenAid makes a really good blender, Omega makes a good blender. There's lots of good ones out there that will be able to make juice for you, and it's definitely beneficial to get your greens in this way. So if you have a good blender, definitely consider making juice in it. You don't get much pulp, so it's not very wasteful, and it's a really good way to include juice in your diet. So make sure you like, share, and subscribe. I do new videos every week. Violet will sometimes be involved and sometimes not. Thank you very much for helping today. I really appreciate it.
Yes.
Yes, and now we're going to clean up and we'll see you in the next video. Okay, bye.
Bye.
Bye.